Okay, my name is Manny, and our chapter thanks you for being here. We're the largest amateur fruit growing organization in the world. There's more on our website if you want more of that. We visit members' home gardens. So people volunteer to have us come over. We visit their gardens. We tell them what to do. No, we don't. We don't tell them what to do. We don't tell them how we do it. Nothing like that. We listen respectfully. If you decide to buy rootstock or whatever else, a large portion of it will go to the scholarships, the Cal Poly scholarships. As you'll see inside, we also teach people how to prune. We also teach them how to graft. So inside will be some grafters that will be grafting the apple rootstock. And then if you want to know about avocado, we'll be out here. So inside there'll be many Scions, many varieties, many different types. If you decide to buy rootstock and you don't want to graft it, you're lazy, you don't know what to do, whatever, our grafters inside will graft it for you for a small fee. We also have a store over behind those cars, behind those trucks to the right. There's a store where they have tape, they have pruners. Check them out.
So the stuff that came from Bob Chambers, we're in the right section here, Sapotes and Cherimoyas. So pretty much, would you say all of these?
I'd say 90% of it certainly came from him. And I can look at, well, this is Paul, let's see, Chestnut, Bravo, Subel is an old time, Walton, Silk, Nice,
Now,
Pike. These are all coming out of Bob Chambers. This one is actually a hybrid between white Sapotes and yellow Sapotes.
the Subel.
The Subel.
Yeah.
And it's been around for many years.
Which one of these? You said that there was one here that was the best, that you thought was the best.
Choquette.
Choquette. Okay.
That actually came from Florida.
Florida.
And it's a hybrid. It's a West Indian and Guatemalan variety, and it has a big fruit, beautiful fruit, and beautiful color inside. This is my second best compared to Choquette.
Choquette,
It's
number
just
2 here.
outstanding.
Helen.
It's huge and excellent flavor.
What's your favorite? Let's start with that.
Favorite? One of my favorites is Hawaii.
Oh yeah, we are that. We love that.
It's a low chill, fairly low chill apple. Fuji's always a very good eating apple for anyone that likes a good apple. That's it's got a little bit of tang, but it's got a lot of sweet to it.
These are well labeled here.
Yeah, pink ladies are wonderful. There are some Dr. D in here.
Dr. D, here's a Dr. D.
There's one Dr. D. I know I brought a Dr. D in, but I don't see it.
I put it in there.
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Hollywood Apple's another good one. Liberty is another good one and it's very disease resistant.
Liberty. Liberty's pretty disease resistant.
Another good apple is Make Peace. This one was developed by Paul Thompson, the one founder of the CRFG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Make Peace. That's from
Founder of the whole CRFG back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah. What'd you bring here?
I brought Hosui, which is one of the real good flavorful Asian pear. I brought Raja. Yeah, Hosui's a good one. I brought Shinko. Nashinki. That's an old one. I brought that one. That's a good Asian pear. This is European pears. I brought some European pears too.
I brought these. These are Nostra Senor del Carmen
figs. That means
Where do they grow?
they like heat. They're a later fig. They're a berry type, dark color.
Over the grade?
So over the grade, they do better than, let's say, a Pismo, etc.
They like it hot.
Yeah, some people say it's one of the best figs they can get. It was sourced from somebody who sourced it from Garden Crochet, and she said it was her best fig variety, and she's gone through 1,000 varieties or more.
How many figs do you have? Are you growing?
How many varieties do I have?
Yeah, a lot. Okay.
About 200.
Oh, so you've got a lot of trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of my trees are small, but I have a lot of varieties.
Yeah.
Getting ready to put maybe 30 to 50 in ground.
So which is your favorite? Is it this one?
My actual favorite, and I didn't bring any because I don't have a lot of Scion wood, is Border Show Grease, which is a early variety, berry type, very juicy, very good. It does well in the cool, does well in the heat, does well everywhere. It's just classic, good fig.
What is berry type?
So figs can come in honey flavored, like a sugar flavored, melon flavored. It can be a mild berry flavor. It can taste like strawberry. They can taste like a complex berry, like a Violet de Bordeaux is more of a complex berry. Think of it like a wine. You can get a very simple wine, or you can get a complex. And so, like a Violet de Bordeaux would be a type of a little bit more complex. And then you get into the Black Madeira and some of the other figs, which are more complex as well. Seasoning, so some of them are early, some of them are middle, some of them are late. And for the coast, I think the late figs don't do very well. So
I've tried some panache or tiger ones and Pismo.
Panache, they don't.
They never got right, but I gave it to a friend in
and there's other striped figs that do well on the coast and taste just as good or better. This, what is it? Yellow Long, or there's another one. So this is the Panache. So Yellow Long Neck and others of that sort. That would be it has a slight melon and sugary taste. It not pure sugar, but sweet melon, sweet, versus one that tastes like strawberry jam. And depending on how early you harvest them, if they're barely ripe versus almost dried on the tree, you can go from mellow flavor to it tastes like jam that you can put on your toast.
Nice.
Some will dry on the tree, some won't.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is Armenian. It's huge. It has a big eye, but it's so sweet. Just delicious.
I would have to agree with that. It's very good.
But
Yeah.
sometimes ants get in the hole and mold, so you have to break it.
Yeah, Yellow Longneck does pretty good. Doesn't have a big eye. Robert's Golden Rainbow is similar.
And then we gotta roll this around.
They had roll after roll.
Yeah, this is all local. Actually, it's better because it's stuff from up north. A lot of those type shows. It would work good in Paso. Or San Ynez, where they get higher chill.
Do you remember that? Because I think how that works. CAIN. Oh, you're not the member. It's just I've never been. I remember. Are you doing memberships?
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the pamphlet that's right there, you can fill it. Anakin, come here, baby.
Avocados aren't the easiest thing to graft, and it's the time of year, and whether you're grafting onto an existing tree or onto a rootstock, there's just things about grafting avocados that are subtle, and so sometimes you can have great luck, and other times you can have a total, blowout.
Well, so why would that be? Because it's when you did it, it's too wet or too cold, or
Yeah,
all the above. Huh?
Yeah, I think Craig Rigetti out there is the guy to talk to about avocados because he's been doing it for his whole life, and so he's learned by doing.
Find your Scion. I like to find something that just about matches that, so I can get both sides matching up with this. Though I've seen commercially, I've seen them there at C&M Nursery in Napomo. They put some that's 3 times the size on like that. As long as you got one side of the cambium matched up, that can be enough. Haven't been doing a whole lot of this the last few years, but anyway,
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, make a cut like that. And then I like to have one side a little bit thicker, because like a wedge. It'll fit in there a little tighter fit.
Wow.
I don't know if you can tell or not, but see, that is a little thicker on your side than the other side. Just a little bit of a taper, and try not to slice your finger, but I go right for the middle there. You got to be kind of careful with it, kind of pushing down. I kind of got a little off center there. I use these rubber bands. That's a little longer one than I need, but I was watching how they do it down at C&M Nursery in Napomo, 30, 40 years ago, and this is kind of how they did it then, and I've stuck with it. So anyway, I match up the one side perfect, and the other side isn't quite perfect, but as long as you got the one, it'll heal over and hopefully take. Won't do much for at least a month or so, but in a couple of months, it should be starting to push. Anyway, I put a little tension on it, tight as I can, cover up all that exposed scion and rootstock seedling. Maybe go down to where the bottom of the cut is, then kind of come back up with it, use it all up. And then I just kind of make a little slip knot. And that's it. Put a little dab of tree seal on there, and that should grow. Won't guarantee it, but I think there's a good chance. I bet there's somebody around here had something like that I gave them, or they brought, that probably grew. I don't see anybody here, but I think it's happened.
And at least always really concentrate on one side, trying to be really, really good.
Okay.
Because you rarely find the exact same caliber of the Scion as compared to the rootstock. Yeah. So you're really trying to.
Yeah, a lot. It's
really trying to match that.
Whether you stump them pretty low.
I've had pretty good luck with this
take
stuff.
a third out of the top. But yeah, when you've got a tree that
really stretches really nice.
20-foot cherry picker, and you can't get.
And then it starts shrinking again.
Just the liability.
Starts shrinking again.
And the harvest.
When you,
But yeah, how tall is it? 20 feet or?
Yeah. And it's one.
And you try and get one
side really good.
Out of hand or hard to reach.
Yeah.
Take maybe a third of it, or leave it 12 feet or 10 foot.
And then I could try.
Do you know whether Andy
Well, boy,
and Jim
you got
just
to-
moved
on a ladder,
a
put a
citrus
couple
tree
eyes.
Should I
about
go in
10
lower?
days
Limb down
ago.
below.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that's way too
they,
hard than it needs to be.
Okay.
you know,
So just
snagged
lop
the
it off
bark
and
a
then
little
pick up
bit.
limbs
Well,
or
Yeah,
something.
that's
yeah.
Okay.
And that
It should
pulls that
heal.
off.
It
If you
should
take
heal.
Okay.
feet
It
of
should.
feet of that's that
The-
big,
you know, if we
it'll
we
force
bark
some
it,
more
you'll
growth
see it'll.
down below.
It
'cause
heals
you
up.
take it off,
Okay.
I've had
top,
trees.
the energy's gonna go
I've had
elsewhere.
avocado trees that have been girdled or on the bottom, basically by voles.
Oh,
Yeah. So I have a tree stake right here. The tree stake, the tree stake's like right there.
Yeah.
So they eat it all around there, but they can't get their mouth around the stake. So there's like that much left, and it'll start growing all the way back
Wow.
again.
Wow.
Around the whole thing, healing up.
Don't be discouraged at the
Yeah.
first time.
After I got rid of the
They-
voles.
they take
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
That was horrible.
yeah.
graft
Really
it out,
upsetting. And I know that
Yeah.
Jim has had voles
Did I
before.
miss
Yeah.
the apple guy?
Yeah, except my daughter went
Terrible.
to do it,
Yeah.
put it
So
upside
anyway,
down and didn't take.
Squirrel poison works
Gotta be
good
the
on
right way, but-
voles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. And this is just like
Far away.
I have a question.
putting on a
You
scab
did
here.
this, but you've left this open.
Basically it right there.
Yeah, really. I would come in with some of this tree seal.
What are you going to do here?
Well, I was going to do some chip budding, but these are too far along to be good chips, but they'll make an example, I guess. You know. Oh, here's a little piece I got. This is the kind of chip you need if you're going to do some chip budding.
No, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'll show you. I'll cut one off here and give you an example. So this is the chip right there. And okay, so this is a little branch coming out of the ground. And what you're going to do is, working with it on the branch, is you're going to just put a split.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So what are you doing there? Just trying to open up
I'm
the,
trying to open up the skin. And then all we're going to do is slide this piece
in there.
underneath the skin. And you want to get this in the right way, you know, with the bud pointing up. So it grows. Okay, and then the skin closes over it, and you can take, probably the easiest thing to do is take some of this tape, wrap it around it, leaving the bud, not covering the bud, leaving the bud open, and then dab a little of this roofing tar on it, and you're all set.
Well,
So from this, you'll get the new, from that
That'll-
little
that'll-
piece,
that's-
you'll get the
That's the new tree, yep, that you're gonna have. And again, it works, usually works.
usually we're success rate's pretty high on
Yep,
that.
yep. What happened?
What kind of graft was that one called?
This is called a chip budding graft. You know, you've just taken a chip, taken a bud here, cut it off, and slipped it under the bark of the receiving.
So the cambium is touching in that?
Oh, wonderfully! Yeah, it's making contact many places.
Okay, so yeah, so it's the whole round of the,
That's right, all the way around. So,
okay.
see, you're going to fasten this on there tightly, and it's touching it because where the
It's so small. It's a worry that it wouldn't take. You know what I'm saying? That part is so small.
guaranteed almost. Yep.
Thanks, Dick.
Yep.
In a tree is a little difficult, you know, because maybe not quite where you want it to be. You can't move the tree around, so you just put a graft wherever you can graft it.
And the cut in the branch, you know, you have like a 3-foot twig. You know.
Right. Yeah. Now, if you have your choice, the new growth that is from last year.
Yeah.
You know, these were little teeny pieces last year, and this is the new growth that's this year. Craft onto that because it's ready to go.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
I prefer to have it so it's the same width, same angle down, because then when it goes in, it really gets tight.
So you wanted to make that wedge right by the butt?
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah. If you look at that, you'll see the green on the stuff that's. See the green there? The same green is under here.
Right.
See the green right on the side? And that's what you're matching. You're matching this cambium. That's where all the energy comes in. That's where the energy, and that's what makes this bud grow. You know.
I had someone tell me over there to match diameter as well as you can.
If you can match the diameter, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because then it's green to green all the way around. You know, I mean, but then you're not lucky that often. See, this is the other half of it. It'd be perfect if I could do that. Yeah. Because then it'd just be matching the whole thing. It'd be easier. So you either use this green garden tape, which is fairly cheap, or you can use this expander. And when you wrap it with this, you don't have to worry about taking the tape off. 3 months from now, if I grafted this, 3 months from now, I have to go out there and take this tape off. If I use that, it'll just disintegrate.
Okay. What's it called?
It's, I don't know the name of it. They sell it at the store. Yeah, they sell it at the store.
Then I do full strength.
Yes. And what do you need?
Joe Sable used to kind of run this, had an apple tree, had 50 different kinds on it. But